Story time. Story time. Welcome into story time. Story time. Yeah. Enjoy. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 3 of Chasing Yanta Tania. And recap episode 1, corporate America. Good job on paper with the whole background of where I'm from, culture, etc. And how did I get to quitting corporate America? And then the in between of from that time I quit the first time to the next job, how that was like, and starting my nonprofit. Now the nonprofit has started. I think I have a timeline. I want to say the first quit of corporate America, I want to say that was in 2014. And the second one would have been in 2016, 2015. I think now we're in 2016-ish or 2000, end of 2015. I quit. Let's say it was summer, did a wedding. Then the new year of 2016 comes around, January. So that's where we're picking up from. Let's say January 2016. The reason why that's important is because I remember I was out of town and I was just scrolling through social media, and I came across a old someone I knew when I used to live in New York, right? And they posted something about a film festival, and out of curiosity, I just clicked on the link, and I realized that they were casting. And the artist that I am, I've always been intrigued with drama. And when I was at Bethel, we used to be like do a lot of plays, and I've acted on them and things like that, help prepare for them, etc. A lot of them, actually. So I've always been interested in what it would be like to audition for a film, or how does that work, the whole process. So I clicked on it. I clicked on the link. However, it looked like there was a fee that was attached to be able to participate. So I didn't go for it because first of all, I didn't have the money. Although it was only $25, y'all, but I didn't have the money, and it was okay, whatever. It's not something that I care about so much that I have to do. Left that alone. I'm pretty sure somewhere that year I may have had apply for different jobs, and I think I was working for man, I can't remember what they're called. Anyway, so after I saw that, I probably was doing a lot of job searching and things like that. I don't remember exactly when, but the film festival had to have been around March and May. Let's say March. And somewhere between that January and March, I then received an email stating that they wanted to sponsor me to attend the film festival. Yes, that was definitely 2016. Man, I wish I still have my badge. I'm pretty sure I have a picture somewhere for you guys. And the person that I knew from New York, whose page I saw it in, I think I had their number, and I texted him and I said, "Hey, so and so." Well, I don't know why I'm not saying it, Marty. And I received this email, and it says, "Someone, is this real? I want to make sure it's not a scam." He said, "Yep." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Was this from you? Because it says your email." He says, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, okay." So then I went to research, and this was International Christian Film Festival. So I went to do research, and I'm like, well, if it's a free event, and I'm getting sponsored to go, getting a free ticket, I'm gonna show up. So I went. I had no idea what what to expect. I had no idea where what was going on. I just went, and I think I had told my friends about it. And there was like an award ceremony. That's I think the first like pre-show, I want to say, was maybe Friday night, and they had all day Saturday, and then Saturday night they had like maybe a award ceremony. Anyways, I went to the pre-show, saw a musician there that I knew that was performing. So a bunch of people had knew nothing about networking by this point. Knew nothing about nothing, nothing about nothing. I just know I was excited to see. I like adventures. I was just excited to go and see. So I went. Um, Felt small. A lot of people that I don't know what's going on, but I stayed. There was a big film, featured film that was shown that night, Christian film. It was about sex trafficking. I don't remember exactly the name of the film, but I do remember the film. It was about sex trafficking, and I remember, it played and it was so good, and then they did Q&A afterwards, and I was just so excited to be in the room. I don't even know why. I knew nothing about filmmaking beforehand. I never had any reason that I wanted to be a filmmaker. I just, in the back of my head, it's just something that I've always thought was cool, but never thought I wanted to be a filmmaker. I did have, like, sometimes you have like fantasy about certain things. I've had fantasy about calling the shots of a big thing, especially after I watch Wedding Planner. I know I wanted to be somebody like her, but like in a fantasy world, never in reality, right? So I the features film is done. They're asking Q&A to the director, the producer, blah blah blah. They're talking about the budget, they're talking about acting, the warfare they had regarding trying to put the film together, and how long it took to complete. And I was just like, sitting in the front row, just like holding on to their every word, and then just going home really inspired and extremely excited, but I don't know why. Okay, by this point, it's been almost 2 years since I left corporate America, and it hasn't been easy, and I've still felt lost, kind of. And I'm going home like, why am I so excited? So I'm excited for the next day. The next day, that Saturday, was the day of my casting, which was what got me into clicking the link when I first saw it in January. Went, but I didn't really care about it. I just wanted to see what it was like. I auditioned. I did not get a call back. I never got a call back, but I auditioned and I was waiting. And I remember, I think that Friday night when I came home before the audition, I had this crazy dream. And I remember telling a friend of mine about it. And then I wrote it down, and that was that. And I remember, oh yeah, I wrote it down, and I thought it reminded me of a movie. And no, I'm getting things mixed up. That was the following year. Anyways, scratch that. I did go to audition, casting, auditioned, and I remember in my resume, I just put all my plays, experiences, and I remember, put that I speak a different language outside of Creole, and then one of the guys was like, "Oh, you said, and your resume says like you speak Creole. Can you do a Creole accent?" And I tried. I didn't even know what slating meant. Yo, like I didn't know what I was doing. I think they could tell that I had no idea what I was doing. Like I don't remember. I try to sound like my mom. I already have an accent, so it was kind of weird. So I try to sound as much as my mom as I could. Yeah. Anyways, I didn't even care. Did my audition, came back home, got dressed. No, came back home. There was an event happening at church. I think we had like a youth event. And I think Pastor Gregory Nelson was the one preaching, and I had to leave early because I had to go get ready for the award ceremony that Saturday night. Got dressed, came there, try to be there as early as possible because I wanted front seat. Also, I had been a fan of the guy who did War Room, the Kendrick brothers, and I don't know if War Room even came out yet by then. I feel like it did because that movie really influenced me to consider my journal as a prayer closet, because I didn't have a prayer closet, but I had a journal. So he was received one of the producer was receiving an award, lifetime award that night. And I was hype when I found out that. So that Saturday night for the award ceremony, I wanted to be as close as possible. But also that Friday night, there was another film that was receiving that was nominated for an award that was shown, and this one was called The Unchosen One or something like that, and it was about Jacob's two wife, the one who wasn't Rachel, can't remember her name right now, and about how her lineage is the lineage that I think birthed David and end up also birthing Jesus, I think they were saying. I may be getting wrong, don't quote me on that. Nevertheless, the one of the main character who played Jacob's wife, one of Jacob's wife, not Rachel, she was in the bathroom at the same time as I was. So I approached her and I said hi to her and we talked, and I was just telling her she did a good job. Me, being friendly. So that Saturday, so this happened on Friday, right? So that Saturday night, when I got there, I came to Nardine. That Saturday night, one of my friends was there with her man, because I had told them about it. They wanted to come, and I drove, and she drove with her boo, and we got there. We met, and then when I got there, I was like, y'all. I was looking around. I was like, I want to sit as close to the front as possible, and I got to the front, and I saw the girl from the short film who was they were nominated for an award, who I had said hi to in the bathroom, who was playing Jacob's wife. Jacob, like in the Bible, like who's also is called Israel, whatever. Focus, guys, focus. Stay with me. She was sitting in the front row, and no, second row, on the right hand side, facing the stage. Saw her, went to say hi to her. And then when we said hi, she was like, do you find a seat? I'm like, not yet. So I'm looking around. This guy behind her, so that would be the third row, was like, would you like a seat? I was like, yeah, I'm looking for a seat. He said, would you like a seat? I'm like, yeah. But the way they were sitting, they sat so spread, I didn't realize there was a chair next to father and son, but they were just spread up. Like two people were sitting on like three chairs because the way they were spread out. And I said, sure. And then they schooled over, and I realized, oh, where did this chair come from? So I was like, give me 1 second. So I ran to my friend. I said, look, y'all came together. Y'all figure out a seat together. But I'm here by myself. There's a seat at the front, and there's only one, so I'm going to sit there. And I left. She was like, do you? I left. I go and I sit. The ceremony starts. People are doing receiving their awards. The Kendrick brother, I don't remember if they showed up. I just remember I needed to be as close to them as possible. And then I remember people was giving, their speeches, and the guy who was the feature guy for the film, sex trafficking film, he was giving his his speech. For whatever reason, and I'm not kidding you guys, it felt like heaven opened up. A bright beam of light was over his head, and I heard all of heaven go, ha! I'm not even exaggerating. That's what it felt. Okay, maybe I am exaggerating, but that's what it felt like. And at that moment, it's like I knew that I want to be a producer or a director. I don't remember which one. That's it. The ceremony was done. I am hype. I am lit. I'm hot. I'm heated. I'm excited. I think this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Just like, I didn't hear it audibly. It just made sense. So I went home. I text, I think my cousin's my sister, and I was like, I think I want to be a producer. My cousin was excited. My sister disregarded. I don't remember what my other cousin said, but I don't know. I just felt like maybe the response I wanted, that's not what I got. But I took that as, I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to prove to y'all. I'm competitive for no reason, okay? Anyway, so from that moment, I spent every day trying to figure out everything I can about filmmaking, how to get into filmmaking, how to get in, how to start. Every day, research after research after research, reading articles after reading articles, following so and so, following this person, following that person. And yeah, after doing a lot of research, I was finding out most things weren't in Orlando. Like, and the small productions that were in Orlando, they were full. So it's like, okay, maybe I need to find somewhere to intern at. Then I found out about PA's, production assistant, which is like this the entryway into filmmaking. I'm looking everywhere and I'm not finding anything, not in Orlando. Then I'm like, okay, maybe I need to open up, and decided I'm probably just gonna have to move. I'm probably gonna have to move somewhere. So outside of Orlando. So started looking Miami, Tampa, everywhere else, and applying here, applying that, emailing this person, emailing that, learning everything that I can that's free on the internet about production assistant, production, filmmaking, as much as I could. Then jotting down people I want to work with, Devon Franklin, Tyler Perry Studios. Then I found yeah, all of that. And just deciding that I was going to get in one way or the other, I think. And I started telling people, I'm leaving. I'm moving. I don't know where I'm moving to, but I'm moving. And that's how the rest of the year went for me. And obviously by this point, because I was introduced to filmmaking through International Christian Film Festival, I had already made up in my mind by the next year they have it coming in that I was going to try to be involved. Then when that started coming in, and I can't remember if I worked that year or not. I don't remember. If I did, I don't remember what job it was. That wasn't even what was important to me. But by the next year, when Film Festival was coming around again, 2017, I had already volunteered to go. This is where it started getting interesting for me, because before that happened, I volunteered, I got in, got my extra ticket. But before that, I found out that Issa Rae was doing a like internship opportunity where you and a friend had to sign up and kind of like send a small video saying why you're a good fit to be a PA for the show, for one season of, I think, Awkward, what is it? I forgot the name of the show. But anyways, that's what was happening. Of course, so my friend Durana, we signed up, but we didn't make it. And then somehow we decided that we were going to give ourselves a name. And that's how Uranta came together, because my first name is Yanta, her name is Durana, and together we were Uranta. So we decided to be Uranta Productions. And from there, we launched ourselves as that, and we got two other kids to help us to be part of the team. And then we started doing well, before I go into us actually working as Uranta Production, let's talk about the film festival. With the film festival, I signed up as volunteer, and I was ready for the film festival to come around. I'm excited. And I have two dreams that became very important. One of the dream was like a fighting dream. I had no idea what it meant, but it felt like a movie. So I wrote it down. Then I found out that the film festival had a pitching session where you can pitch a film and potentially get funding for it. I know nothing about nothing. Never pitched nothing in my life. I don't know nothing about nothing. So I do my research, wrote this down, and was going to pitch it. What was crazy was I had another dream that I went to the film festival, and I was pitching a film. I was pitching the film, and there was a lady there, and she looked a certain way: red hair, light skin, not light skin, white, female, red hair. So when it was getting time closer to the film festival, and I was getting ready to go, and I was looking at the program and the people in the panel for the pitch, there's a lady there, white women, red hair, slim. I freaked out. I said, what in the world? This is the lady I had in my dream. So anyways, film festival come around. I'm a volunteer. I'm working that thing, meeting people, doing my thing. It's time for me to pitch. I go pitching. I'm sitting in the room, and everybody's like introducing themselves. My name is so and so. I'm a producer. Blah 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 blah. They're giving their pitch. I go in. I was like, I don't have a title, because I didn't even know what those titles even meant. I say, if I was to give myself a title, I guess I'll be a servant. And here's my pitch. I don't even remember what I said, how I did or how I did not do. That was that. I don't remember if they asked me any question, but I'm pretty sure they're looking at me like, this girl don't know what she's doing. She never pitched nothing a day of her life. She don't know what she's doing. Okay? I don't even know what would have happened if they did accept my film. I didn't even have my script written down, like typed, like a real script. I didn't know how to write a script yet at that point. Y'all, when I tell you. Anyways, this film festival happened. I'm pretty sure War Room had happened that day already, because the main male character was receiving an award that Saturday night. Yeah, I think with that award ceremony, I had invited my sister and my niece. They came. It was cool. It was long. I enjoyed working that, and it was great. And that's how I ended up getting more into filmmaking. After that experience, I enjoyed the film festival so much. I enjoyed volunteering. I enjoyed meeting the people. I enjoyed sitting in the pitching sessions. I enjoy looking into the casting session to see how real actors do it. I enjoy talking to the people I was volunteering with, who were all actors and producers and directors, and I just enjoy the whole thing as a whole. I've always enjoyed event, and I've always enjoyed working event, but it was different, and it was a Christian thing, and everybody were Christians, or at least believe in God to some extent, right? And it was just such an amazing experience. I can't remember. This had to have been between March and April. And I remember leaving that and saying, God, now you're not going to tell me that I'm going to do filmmaking, get me all excited, being all up in this film festival and stuff, and you're not going to tell me what's next and how I'm going to move forward. I spent a whole year researching, got as much information as possible, reading as much free materials as I can, doing as much research as I can, and you're not going to tell me what I'm supposed to do. And obviously, between that prayer and awaiting what was next, Yanta production, I think we did like a little graduation show at church. Then we did interview for another church for their graduate. Little things like that. And we posted on our YouTube channel. Check it out, Yanta production. There's 2 films in there that we ended up doing. And this is how I was introduced to filmmaking. This is how the decision about filmmaking happened. And this is where we'll end this episode. See you guys next time. Peace.
Thank you for watching. And don't forget to
like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you put your bell notification on. And don't you forget to share with everybody. Bye.